first, I just wanted to show you my Warhammer, or mostly Warhammer basement. Got a setup here with a bunch of miniatures on display, gaming table. So let's take a look at what's going on in the Warhammer lair. Come down the stairs and I'll give you a quick look at the entire room, the entire area here, and around, show you out this way, and I'll show you a little bit more detail on some of these things. So when you come down the stairs, some Funko Pops greeting you when you come, sitting on that beam there. Over here, I have my Star Wars Legion clones and droid army. Worked on those, I would say, over the last month and a half. And underneath is my collection of gaming tools and cards and rule books. You'll see 40K and Warhammer Fantasy 8th edition are represented there. And a couple boxes of Reaper Bones Kickstarter stuff that I have not built yet. I got a game table set up here using most of my 40K city terrain. A lot of this is made from foam core, and I've been working on this collection of buildings for, I don't know, maybe 15 plus years, although I recently, within the last year and a half, I went back and textured a lot of my older buildings and repainted some of the stuff. I also 3D printed some details to enhance them. You see some hatches and added some streaky grime to them. Panels and stuff. Show you over here. Print out some crates. Ladders and girders. Here's my fancy chair that I game in and paint in. Working my way over here, you can see that I've got orcs on these top two shelves. Top shelf is my vehicles. I play blood axes, so a lot of camouflage and military type vehicles. On the lower shelf, I'll show you some more on here. There are separate videos on my channel for a lot of this stuff. On the next shelf, see buggies, walkers, bikes, and some characters. I'm an affiliate with Gear Guts Mech Shop, so I've got quite a few Gear Guts things. I have a room right behind where I'm standing with a resin printer. There's a collection of orc infantry and characters and specialists. Some stuff back there, probably close to 100 boys on that back tier alone. And we've got all these knobs and commandos and stuff. Some characters, war bosses. Moving down a shelf, this is my Crimson Fist collection. I've got a bunch of older Marines, but good sized collection of Primaris as well. So I'm going to show you what some of these things are. Just finished these aggressors recently, and in the last week I finished these veteran intercessors. They did them all about helmets so they would look different. Got a scratch built Warhound back there and a very simplified 3D printed Thunderhawk. Here. And the Thunderhawk is on a acrylic flight stand, which looks pretty neat. My painting stuff is underneath. So on this board, which I just sit at the table where my gaming mat is, and I paint there in my nice chair. On this board is, excuse me, most of my paint. Got some bits in there, box of brushes and tools there. Also have a speaker system so I can plug my phone in. Get some Star Wars Legion stuff in the bottom. I just got into Legion within the last 2 months, month and a half, so pretty new at all that. But started a bin yesterday with all my tokens. Should be a little bit more organized. We have the fantasy shelf up top. We're looking at terrain, a bunch of buildings, some ruined, some scratch built, some 3D print. Next shelf, we got small Bretonian force, Empire. If you don't see separate videos for any of these armies on my channel, I promise they are coming. I do plan to have a video for, I'm sure why that's there. I do plan to have separate videos for all my armies with detailed looks at them and explanation of what a lot of these models are. Here's my undead collection. Got Tomb King flavor, Vampire flavor, and you know, the Cryptars, 25 or something. The back is all my monsters, my big things, my chariot type stuff. And here's all my ethereal painted things there. And on this lower shelf, we've got some spider webs because we're in the basement. I have Ogre Kingdom's army that is corn themed, and there's a bunch of Reaper Bones and Mantic stuff in there. Moving along, this is my Warriors of Chaos, mostly corn, although I have a massive block of trolls, got some spawn, Archaon and the Swords of Chaos, and just a bunch of corn warriors here. Check out the video if you want to learn more about this. And these bins on the bottom just have terrain in them, and hills, trees. Here's all my forest stuff. So when we're gaming, just slide the boxes out, set up the battlefield. This is one of my mats I have. Excuse me, I have maybe 6 or 7 these gaming mats. These are the older ones by Fat Mat. And looking over here, don't have room on the shelf for it, so I pulled this out of the storage room. This is my World Eaters army, which is all just Zerkers and Rhinos. A couple of my dice boxes. Got this handmade box from Etsy, some inlaid wood for the logo. You can see a video of this on my channel. And a wall-mounted TV. It's an older episode of Mini Wargaming's Old World Wars, which I do like to watch that sometimes when I'm down here. And this big door, I'll show you this. This 12-foot barn door slides over everything. Sorry, it's noisy. This big door slides over everything. So if my kids have friends over, we decide to host a holiday gathering down here, the 20-something foot track. And this custom-made barn door slides over the whole thing. But when it's closed, I immediately miss my stuff, so it's not closed very often. You know, people sometimes see the collection, like, how do you deal with dust? I don't know, just dust things off as I have to, a little air compressor, and sometimes I'll grab a whole army at a time and just blow them off in the garage before an event or something. But I'll take a clean paintbrush and dust them. I got a ping pong table here for my kids. My laundry room's down there. I've got a kitchenette with a fridge full of beverages and stuff. My son had some friends over last night, so that's the remnants of their fun time. And got a 7-seat movie theater here with some power chairs in the back and seating for 4 in the front. 100-inch screen there. A collection of movies with some of my Funko Pops. And so we got a elevated section there for the viewing angle for those chairs. It's like a 7,000 lumen projector. These lights all have remote control, so I can turn them off from my seat. And underneath the stairs going down, you can see the angle of this is the control center for this theater. So just have a Nintendo Switch, an Xbox and stuff in there. And a receiver that powers everything. Nothing real fancy. I don't have any fancy equipment or anything down here. We spent all the money on the basement and kind of threw the theater together with some stuff that we already had. See my floor? This floor is ground concrete with a brown stain and a seal over top. So it was a design choice to go with our color scheme of like industrial style. All these lights came from IKEA. My wife and I drove from where we live in Western New York to the IKEA in Pittsburgh and filled a minivan with light fixtures and other stuff to go in our basement when we had the contractors over here building it. So yeah, let me take you back over here. So this is where, you know, you can have a lot of fun hangouts. And well, I'll show you this. Forgot, I got the bulk of my Funkos here on that side of the beam. So the other side had some of my 40K ones, but here's like Star Wars, some miscellaneous, and I'm a super fan of The Office, so I have just about every character from The Office there. Collect those. Airbrushed painting of Jack from The Shining. It's my favorite movie. And take a shot from down here. And you can see that I have room for maybe 4 game tables all the way down. And if you go down there and make a left, there's room for another table. There's kind of a living room down there, and there's a full bath to the left of the laundry room. So I hope you enjoyed taking a look at my gaming area, my mostly Warhammer basement. I do love having company over and sharing the space with friends. Put a football game on the TV or baseball in the summer and have a couple beers and roll some dice and have some good laughs. So thanks for watching. I appreciate a subscribe so that you can keep up with all the other content that I'm putting out. And can also be found on Instagram at Hobbyist First, where I post almost daily. And if you have any comments about it, you have questions about anything you saw here or how it's made, or you want to see more videos or content about specific things, feel free to put that in the comments and see what I can do. Thanks so much for watching, and take care.